In the video.
Oh, when I met Nosha, we was like 12, 13 years old. I met him on a bus trip. Him not knowing that I knew how to swim or not, he tried to push me in the water, and we've been friends ever since.
Let's get this. I knew Nosha all my life. What kind of question is that? Now, what's your next question?
I knew Nosha since I was like 10, 12.
So I met him on the football field. My people had a football team. I'm killing these dudes on the football team field. He come up to me and say, I ain't know Middletown dudes could play football. And since then, he's been one of my guys ever since.
Oh man, I knew him since back in the day, sneaking him into Bloomfield High School parties, man. And ever since that, I mean, we've been friends, brothers, ever since.
Man, I know the Grooms through the Williams brothers. They first introduced me to Nosha. I didn't like him at first. Everything was a joke. He ranked too much. But me and him ended up growing a bond and ended up being best of friends. So Nosha, I call him the CNN censor. He already know what everybody's doing about anything. Whatever I need to know, son, I just call Nosha. He the one who keep us all connected. He's the glue to the Magnolia Street crew.
I think it was like 5. He was this fat dude on the football team. And I was pretty good at that time. And this fat dude cut me low, and he thought he was nice, so that was the beginning of everything. A little fat dude cutting me low, that was the introduction to me to Nosha.
I'm really his father.
This dude can't even bust, man. When he busts his powder, man, this ain't add water. Get out of here, Brother Darkness.
I know him since we've been little, real little. We grew up together. Started out a childhood friendship that it grew into brotherly love. I look at him like my brother.
I knew Alisha through Nosha. Just one girl I kept seeing Nosha with around, and I'm like, yo, you been hanging with her hard body. It's like, that's your girl now? He was like, yeah, that's my girl now. And then that's how I met her.
So I first met the bride when I was living in Washington, D.C., and I was flying home. I would ask Nosha to let me stay with him for the weekend. He had put me up in one of his side rooms, and they were dating at the time, and she was a nice woman and lovely girl. And ever since then, you know, I've had a chance to get to know her through Nosha. Always had positive words, never caused any drama, no beef, just a beautiful, loving woman. I'm so happy for her today.
I know Alisha through Nosha. Alisha was Nosha's girl. He was somebody that he brought into the fold, and I got respect for Alisha when she was able to deal with his joking, and she was able to see how our interaction was and place no judgment, and she just fit right in. So that's why I accepted Alisha at that point.
I don't know. She came over, moved in the house, and that was it. Like, what the heck? I was like, whoa, I got a new roommate. Hey, it's all good.
Met Alisha, we went out to eat. He introduced me and said, yo, I'm going to marry this woman. And since then, they've been together ever since.
The bride, I mean, one day it came over Nosha's house. Like, man, who this light-skinned girl here, man? It's like, man, that's my girl, man. I said, okay. So I mean, you know, later in life, I look like that's gonna be your wife. The way you said it like that, so.
I met her after they was dating for a minute. I didn't really meet her initially, but she kept coming around, and it was just like, okay, now I'm seeing a familiar face. The next thing you know, they start getting serious, so I got that formal introduction, and seeing that she was just as cool as he told me she was.
I knew the bride. I went to elementary school with the bride.
You went to elementary school with the bride?
Yeah.
That's how you know her?
Yeah, that's how I know. My other been doing sister. Like, we went to Capitol together. Then after that, you know, seeing her with Nosha, and like, yo, that's people. So, you know, she was cool. So, you know, I knew her from a long time. So, you know, she always been a cool person.
I was happy, honestly, I was happy for them. They make a great couple. They balance each other out. They meant for each other. Actually, he didn't even wait up. Hold on. Actually, he didn't even tell me. He just told me he was getting me. Okay, go ahead. Next question.
It was an unbelievable honor. When we were in DR last time, as I stated, I was the first person he told he was going to marry her. And he said, I want you to be in the wedding. And just considering I've only known him 10 years compared to everybody else, 20, 25 plus, I was, you know, a tremendous honor, and I told him absolutely, definitely would love to do it.
It was a complete honor. Like already having one of us get married and him asking us to be his best man, and then Nosha follow with that tradition too. It's a beautiful thing.
I was just happy for him, man. To see how happy he is, you know what I'm saying? How genuine they love is for each other, just from like they daily interactions with each other. That was just like, I'm real happy for him, man. Like it brings me back to my moment when I got married. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing somebody that you so close to, so happy, like you could relate to what they going through. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see, where do we start? First of all, his birth. If you've never met his father, Jerry, the funniest dude in America, he's been selling watermelon since 1974. So we can start there. We can start when he was in high school at Buckley, and he had braids, his hair was cut to the side, and his braids had no hang time. They would only go this far. He got so frustrated after going to 5 years that he just cut it off and was like, I ain't never want braids anyway. So we can go there. We can go on his voice, he never went through puberty, so his voice box never dropped, so he always had the same voice. So it's a lot of ways we can go.
There's something funny about him. At home, he loved ranking all the time. When he was young, like, home used to be turning up at parties, dancing and all that. Home used to do this dance like the Hillington and act like he jumping rope. That used to be real funny, man. But home just a jokester, man, all around jokester. He light up the room when he around. When he there, you know that he's in the building, man. And he's just naturally a funny dude.
Oh, shoot. I remember the time Nosha picked up the mic at the Walmart and started talking smack on the loudspeaker, and then the popo came and got him and charged him with disorderly conduct for acting a fool in the store. That's Mr. Smart. Probably didn't want nobody to know about that, but yeah, he did that one. Always laughing and ranking and joking.
But Alisha, I don't know too much funny story about Alisha. Nosha, I didn't like his ass from the beginning because he clotheslined the shit out of me when I was like 10 years old in front of, who was it? One of Corey front, he was wrestling when he was younger. So, you know, but he used to rank the shit out of me when I was younger. But besides,
You do it now?
nah, he don't do it now no more. Cause my ranks got on point.
Or your game up?
Yeah, game up. But you know, after that, yeah, but Nosha cool people, man. It's cool. Like look at him like a brother.
What's the best rank you ever had on?
Best rank I have. When, I don't know, the Spanish kid I used to work with, they say he used to call him nauseous because his teeth was fucked up.
That's funny. Everybody win.
Yo. Yeah.
That's funny. That might be the funniest one. I never heard of that.
Yo. But yeah. No.
Son, yeah, son. This is Zoe, son. I know Nosh. I know everybody, son. Any video knows. Any video knows everything. All right, this is the interlude part. Dude washing his hands. You got some frosting on his fingertips.
Don't sweat the small things and just live life to the fullest and enjoy it. You know, you only live once, so that would be my wedding.
I would say cherish the moments. Like for me, recently losing a loved one, you take for granted all that precious time not spent. So I would just say, just cherish the moment because you never know when that person is going to leave you, and then you look at it back like, what could I have done differently?
Have a lot of kids, you know, do what you're doing and live life.
best thing about marriage is like kind of look at it as really your soulmate. You know what I'm saying? Because a person like that's really like one of your closest family members. You know what I'm saying? You become even closer with your wife than you are with your brother and sister because y'all just go through so much. You know what I'm saying? And she actually really become a part of you. So just like really get to know your wife and let her really get to know who you are, and then y'all two just gonna grow with each other and adjust to each other, and that's just like, it's just an unexplainable feeling.
Yeah, but real talk, Nosha a cool dude, Joe. I looked at him like a brother. Out of all of us, I swear he's like one of the more responsible ones out of all of us. And you know, I respect that the fact that he got married, and it's one of the dudes who I look to, who I take his advice seriously. But Nosha, we got a lot of respect for home. Like I said, in my opinion, he's the most responsible one out of all of us. So I got a lot of respect and love for that dude.
Advice. The best advice that I can give you is that the union that you share, let nobody come between it. The issues that you have in house, at the end of the day, y'all work it out. You can ask for advice from everybody else, but at the end of the day, it's a union between you and your wife. You gotta share that bond, and you gotta be closer to her than anybody else. So you come to us when you're dealing with situations, but understand at the end of the day, it's you and your wife that gotta lay your head next to each other. You understand that? Then you're good, brother.
Man, I say the best marriage advice is you're gonna go through fights and arguments. Just keep it to yourself. Don't put it on Facebook. Everybody don't got to know about it, and work through it, man. That's it. Keep it on the low and work through it.
Continue to be happy. Do it big. Continue to chase your dreams, and keep everybody out your business. And you know what, Sean? This interview is over. Your brush of greatness is now over. I'm gone.